Hello, I'm Alec. I'm a consultant and I just want to hang out. So we got another fun bit today. Check out this hot take. Look at this title. What is the Parents' Bill of Rights? Repeat, what is the Parents' Bill of Rights? So before I go, I want to set this one up really quick, okay? So check this out. This is for mommy and daddy. Remember, mommy and daddy have a duty and obligation to protect their children with the law. Repeat, mothers and fathers, moms and dads have a duty and obligation to protect their children with the law. Game on. So we're going to show you this hot take right now because we see a lot of mothers and we see a lot of fathers out there chattering and whining about, the state's doing this and the state's doing that to the children. We see them going to school boards and we see them reading books, and complaining about what is in the books and things like that. But, mom and dad, you don't have to send your children to those institutions. In fact, you need to learn how to oversee those institutions. And if those institutions aren't producing good products for you, you need to go build another institution and you need to put your children in private educational facilities, okay? Because right now, our educational systems have been corrupted by bad administrators, and it's on the moms and the dads, also called the people, to oversee that and correct it with good law, okay? Now check out this hot take right here. What is the Parents' Bill of Rights? Check out this summary right here. California Parents' Bill of Rights is a tool for the government. Repeat, California Parents' Bill of Rights is a tool for the government. In fact, anytime you see a Bill of Rights that isn't bound to the people, it is a tool for the government. Another example would be like the Taxpayers' Bill of Rights, right? That's not for the people, that's for the government entities, okay? Remember this. So this Parents' Bill of Rights is for the government entities, for them to understand, okay? A parent is one of the free people with all political power. The people's servants are bound to obey the Constitution as written. See evidence below. And remember, all of the states have constitutions, and all of the states have declared rights or Bill of Rights in them, okay? And those declared rights and Bill of Rights are for the people. They're not for the government, they're for the people, because the people wrote down their rights and they set them aside and say, don't touch this and don't touch that, because if you touch it, we're going to break you, okay? Now check out these provisions right here from the California Constitution. Check out Section 1. It says, all people are by nature free and independent and have inalienable rights. Among these are enjoying and defending life and liberty, acquiring, possessing, and protecting property, and pursuing and obtaining safety, happiness, and privacy. What does that look like? So the children are a liberty interest of the people. So the children are also little people who grow up to be big people with all political power. So that provision applies to the children too, okay? But the parents are the administrators of the children until the children come of age, all right? Check out Article 2, Section 1. It says, all political power is inherent in the people. Government, our creature, government is instituted for their protection, security, and benefit, and they, meaning the people, and they have the right to alter or reform it, meaning the government, when the public good may require. So if your educational institutions and if your public schools aren't performing as written, then you need to pull your children up out of those public schools, and then you need to go back to those institutions, and then you need to clean house. You need to clean house, and then you need to correct all the bad behavior, okay? Now, check out this provision right here. Article 1, Section 26. It says, the provisions of this Constitution are mandatory and prohibitory, unless by express words they are declared to be otherwise. What does that mean? That means that everything that the people wrote down in that Constitution is the law. That means that the government, even though the government wants to go make a statutory Bill of Right, that statutory Bill of Right is only for statutory entities, and the people are not statutory entities. The people are the people, and the government is the government, and the people are set apart from the government, but the people have a duty and an obligation to oversee the government, and the people also have a duty and an obligation to go into the government and work for the government too, right? So it's a circular thing, because if if you have good people who know the law that are in the government, administering the government, then you're going to be cool. But if you have people that don't know the law and don't know how to administer the government, then what you're going to get, you're going to get chaos. You're going to get what we have right now in California. And that's why we have a duty and we have an obligation to oversee California right now, okay? And we're done with that bit. Let's go ahead and hop on our next slide, all right? Check this out. Conclusion, because I can just keep going on and on and on. Conclusion, trust God, that's my job description. Dress and keep God's property, this is my job description. Protect neighbors with trust tools, this is also my job description. Show the people how to move with simplicity, this is also my job description. Test, break, and build free people by God with love, that is also my job description. Game over. So this is how we just dust off all the confusion right now, because right now we see that there's a lot of people who don't know their basic fundamental rights, right? But they're always hopping on all these other claims, like other statutory provisions, and we don't like that. And this is why we say, when we're done, we say, contact us and we will build you a private organization and we will show you how to operate it by God with love. Okay, so if you like what we're showing you, and if you want to learn how to be one of the boss people with all political power, you need to contact us, right? And then when you contact us, we're going to have a conversation, and if you and I seem like we're going to be a good fit, then we'll hook you up and then we'll start building cool tools for you, and we'll show you how to operate as one of the free people by God with love. But until then, I'll see you in the future, and remember, nobody's having more fun than us. Bye.